Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Yellow. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. 30-15. 66. Bullet high.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Check.
Here's a guy on his fourth franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Brings up second and 9 at the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
You want this?
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to record his 5th sack of the season. On third and long, it's Mahomes. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a fourth down situation. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4. Back to throw, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Texans.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Minus that. 19. Drop deep.
After the run, Watson going to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Watson just beating the play clock. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
The Chiefs take over.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 2-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case. J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check. 43. 43. Mark 55. Mark 55. Check pass. Check.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Rush in. Rush in. Check 26.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Chiefs' 45-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd and 14.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Back, back, back.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd and 14 coming up. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play action from Miller. Now Watson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Darren Lee providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Well, later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Check, crunch.
From the pistol, they'll run with Hyde. Carlos Hyde, see you later. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Carlos Hyde, 96 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they've ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 31, Mahomes hit. He lost the football, but it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mahomes now to throw. Looking deep downfield. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Set. 19. Check. 53. Mark. Hey, watch the slant.
Throw left side, complete to QT. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on. Come get some.
From the 41, Watson. That's taken in by Hansen, complete. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, Hyde. And Hyde is going to need somewhere to hide. He's tackled in the end zone for a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you. 31.
On 1st and 10, Watson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
That's it. Big hit.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 20-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense.
At the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. Got his man. That's Mecole Hardman, the rookie. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
You're looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Let's go.
At their own 38-yard line.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Houston.
Where's the set? 19. Check 53. Right here, right here.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Completion left side to Miller. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. Well, we can get to the third quarter now. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. second half begins with a run from Miller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
At the 26-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the back. Watch the back. Check it out.
They run it again with Hyde. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Yellow. Our blue lady. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Get him. Get him. My God, 55. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A 10th carry for Hyde. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get off the field. Check. Check. Hey, color.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check 37. Hey, yo, go gun. Shoot.
And back to the ground, Hyde. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Hyde. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. All day, just like that. Just like that.
15. And the blitz does come. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Caught left side, Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive with Hyde. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll give to Hyde. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes The other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Watson on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Easy. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Slam.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
57 colors.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for Watkins that time, and now it's 2nd down.
Yellow. That's a line. I got him. Shit.
Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's Hyde. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Well, 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Out to his left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Wide open receiver complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. To try again after the sack, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but now it's third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be third and a mile. Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
We're going to shut you down.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And Watson's going to throw it here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
1st down, Texans.
Where's the tap? Like any egg! Yeah, I got you. Hey, 59! 53's the mic. 53, check 53. Watch the screen. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part